Hey, welcome back. In today's video, we want to take a look at this app called SoundApp. And if you're wondering where it came from, there's a company called CrumplePop, and they create these really good plugins, and they're kind of popular among the Final Cut users. And they recently launched this app. Now, I've been using this app for a little bit before they launched it. They were asking me for some of my feedback and letting me test it and all that. So I guess you can kind of say I'm an unofficial beta tester for this. Now, before getting into this, I want you guys to know this is not some sort of deep dive. I'm not going to dig deep into this simply because they are actually still developing and working on this. In other words, it's going to get better. This is just, they wanted to get it out there and they're actually going to be improving and adding features to this. So I just want to show you a little bit of this app and what you can look forward to and how you can start using it right now because it's usable right away. So let's get into it and I'll show you what I mean. All right, so it's a standalone app, and I'm just going to grab a file here and throw it in here real quick. You could actually, use the import feature. Drag and drop works perfectly fine. So now over here on the left side, you see all the audio tools they have. They have the remove noise, set levels, pop implosives remover, remove echo, remove mic rustle, and the wind noise remover. This is really cool because if you come over here, you open up, you'll see the plugins that actually are the plugins that you know. If you use CrumplePop and their plugins, they look like the plugins that you know. However, according to my friends at CrumplePop, they've actually been rebuilding these plugins, as they say, from the ground up. Now, I'm going to leave the room noise remover here because this is the most obvious one that has been rebuilt. It used to have a section here where you would have to sample the noise and then you would dial in the amount you wanted to reduce. Now they've actually removed the sample, so it's complete AI. This is actually listening for noise and using its AI technology to reduce it. So really quick, I just opened Twisted Wave with the last file that I had open and open up the audio denoise too, just so you could take a look at the interface and what I'm talking about. You see, here's where they have the sample button where you would sample the noise. Well, if you come over here to SoundApp, like I mentioned, it's gone. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and close Twisted Wave, get back to SoundApp. Now I had these audio files that I actually recorded one day. I just went out, I took my kids to school, and I just recorded random noise as I heard noise with my phone. And I did this to test another plugin that I was reviewing. So I'm gonna take some of these files, throw them in there. We'll play around a little bit and see what it can do. This first file that I already threw in here, let's go ahead and turn off this plugin. And as you throw in your files in here, you see everything here is set. It's not active, but it's already set to a pretty high level. I would probably guess this is 80%. So let's take a listen and see how our audio can improve. Right now, I'm standing next to the air conditioning unit to get the noise in the background. All right, so that's some pretty bad noise. We'll start off with the denoiser. We're gonna go with their settings, and then we'll dial it one way or another to see how it sounds best. Also, my kids in the kitchen, and they're having breakfast, so that might be a noise. Okay, so right now I'm standing next to the air conditioning unit to pick up the noise in the background to see how this sounds. Right now I'm standing next to the air conditioning unit to get the noise in the background. There's also my kids in the kitchen and they're having breakfast, so that might be a noise. All right, not bad. Actually, setting it at that 80% doesn't seem like that high. Let's go ahead and open up the plugin and see what some of this down here does. So let's go ahead and pull this back to the beginning. I'm gonna go ahead and dial this to 50%. We'll go ahead and maybe set these to 50. Right now, I'm standing next to the air conditioning unit to get the noise in the background. There's also my kids in the kitchen and they're having breakfast, so that might be a noise. Okay, so right now I'm standing next. All right, so as you can hear, these bottom knobs do make a huge difference. Let's go ahead and push these all the way back up. So the air conditioning unit to pick up the noise in the background to see how this sounds. Right now I'm standing next to the air conditioning unit to get the noise in the background. There's also my kids in the kitchen and they're having breakfast, so that might be a noise. All right, so, playing around with this, you could probably get this to denoise pretty nicely. Let's pick another file and see if there's a difference depending on the noise. All right, let's take a listen. Now I'm in the kitchen with the faucet running and the microwave is actually heating something up in the background. Now I'm in the kitchen with the faucet running and the microwave is actually heating something up in the background. Now I'm in the kitchen with the faucet running and the... All right, so let's pull back a little bit on the noise remover and maybe let's try the mic rustle and see what that does, because similar, I guess, kind of problem. Maybe this can work. Now I'm in the kitchen with the faucet running and the microwave is actually heating something up in the background. Now I'm in the kitchen with the faucet running and the microwave going on in the background. All right, so it's definitely reducing a lot of that noise. Do we like it? Does it sound natural? I'm gonna let you guys judge, Now I don't wanna talk about, what this app doesn't have, and because it's still a work in progress. For instance, there's going to be a loop feature. So when you play back the audio, you don't have to hit the space bar again to play it again as you're trying to make adjustments. Now, there's some other features besides just looping the audio that are going to be added to this to improve the app. A lot of that stuff, I don't know that I'm at liberty to mention because it's still a work in progress. So they are going to keep working on the app. They're going to keep improving it. The purpose of this video is just to put this app there in front of you and see what you think. Right now, you can start using it. Just go to their website, soundapp.com. You can see that you have 3 options. You can pick one of the 2 professional plans at $119 a year, kind of a subscription-based thing, or pay upfront $299, a one-time fee. Or just take the free one. Download the free version. You have remove noise, automatic levels, and remove pops. I recommend that you download this and try it for whatever problem you have in your audio and see if it works. I could tell you that the standalone plugins in the past have been great. The other great feature about this is that for the first time, these plugins exist on Windows machines. The standalone plugins are still not available for Windows, but if you're on Windows and you want to use these plugins, go ahead and download SoundApp and, check it out. See if it works for you. I can tell you that the developers are great. They continue to work on the app and they continue to release updates. Since I've been testing it for the last couple of months, I've had one update after another, and every time they update it, it gets better. So I would say check it out. All right, if you guys like this video, like, subscribe, and share. And I hope I can find more stuff like this that you guys find useful. Stay healthy and stay safe and enjoy the holidays.